Welcome back to Mob Vlog, everybody. It is Wednesday, September 14th at 4 p.m. Central Standard Time. So if you're watching this live, that's what time it is. Welcome back. It's Mob Vlog. Red Wemette, how are you doing today?
I'm doing good.
Fantastic.
We had some real cool weather here. It got down in the 50s last night.
It's cooling off down there, huh?
In the 50s, yeah.
Yeah, that's almost jacket.
It warmed up in the daytime. It's nice.
Nice. That's fantastic. It's been getting nice out here as well. So welcome into the room, everybody. It is good to see all of you here today. And let's take a look. James Guerrero, Julian, Robert, Big Mo, Outfit Boss, Greg Polly. How are you doing? He's a member. So is Chain Weaver, member of the channel. Dave Maliska. It's good to have you on. And what's going on, Donald Duck? Never saw Donald Duck on this show before.
Luminous Grins here.
Homan Sanders, Tom Bridges, you made it back. Joey D, good to have you in the room. Outfit Boss, John Wallace from Albuquerque, Golf Boy, Frank Ferraro, Jim Magnifici, Michael Graham. Hey, guys, it's good to see all of you in here today. We're going to talk about Tony Spilotro. We're going to talk about Joey the Clown Lombardo. And recently, Gary Jenkins did a show and played a wiretap between Schwartz and Dorfman about who was going to become boss. Correct, Red?
Yes.
We're going to listen. I mean, we're going to listen to it and play it.
It's kind of because it's more of a concept of what would have happened.
Right. And Red's going to help break it down a little bit because there's a lot of euphemisms. Right, Red?
Mm-hmm.
And so, I mean, these guys didn't talk like you and I talk. And, they talked.
They talk in jargon.
Yeah. So you had to be around to, hello, Hannah the May, from near where the Chiramonte hit occurred. Is that right, Red?
Yeah.
The Chiramonte hit?
Never hit and heard of it.
Francie Brady, that butcher boy.
That's number one for the day. I'm sure I butchered it. So welcome in. Anyway, we're gonna play a portion of the wiretap, and but first, Red, before we do that, we're gonna let a few more people get into the room before we play this first chunk of this wiretap and listen to it. If you have a device that you're watching on, you may want to do that because it's hard to understand when you read along with it. And Gary, if you're watching.
I'll decipher it. I'll decipher it for people.
Well, they can read it on the screen, but I cleaned the audio as best as I could with Adobe Audition, so it really enhanced the sound and make it out a little bit better. So I hope that this helps. And guys, by the way, click the card over there above Red. I'm going to put a card in there if you're watching this after the live, and you can check out Gary Jenkins' video on this as well. Listen to him and Camillus talk about it. So, okay.
They have some different opinions. I was critical. I'm always critical.
Well, hey, you have to be, right? And that's what I
want to be honest. I want to be honest.
Be as authentic and accurate as possible. Most definitely. Yes. So
I had some fine compliments this morning about how we were preserving history.
Well, yeah, that's
we
true.
were doing a better job than most people.
Well, I'm glad that you guys are enjoying it and tuning in, and it's a lot of fun. I really enjoy doing this on the weekends. By the way, if you guys didn't hear, the Vegas Mob Tour, it's back. It's open. It's going. I just had some really cool people on the tour the other day. Hey guys, we just got done with the Vegas Mob Tour, and we got people from all over the place coming on the tour. What did you guys think of the Vegas Mob Tour? Awesome. Thanks, guys. Be sure to prescribe. Hey, Reddit, it sounds like my ride was coming to pick me up in the background during that video.
I heard the sirens.
They're on their way to come get me. I could tell.
They're coming to get me. They're coming to get me. Wow. A funny farm where life is beautiful all day long.
Yeah, exactly. Why not? All right. So, it's the cops. LOL. Of course, Van Pastor, man. Red Wemette, you know firsthand. What better source is that? Exactly, Trace. He does. It's a good source. So, okay, let's get this wiretap started again. This is between Dorfman and Schwartz. Then we're going to talk about this and break it down. So this first chunk's about 2 minutes. So if you have a device in your hand, once again, you want to be looking at it so you can read. As they go along.
It's hard to hear.
It is. I'm telling you, I cleaned the audio the best I could on this. But here we go.
I can hear it on my end, but I've got a computer here that's,
so
you know how I'm set up.
Yeah. So here we go. This is Tony Spilotro, Joey Lombardo. That's who they're talking about, the little guy and Joey. And listen up.
Basically, let's give them a setup. They're talking about the vacuum that's about to take place.
Right. But who is really
going to be in charge?
Who was on their way to prison?
Right.
No, well, who was on their way to prison? That's my question.
Right.
Who's on first?
Joey. Joey was on first.
Tell me you guys aren't following along. That's my question. Right. That's my question. Right. No. Who was going to prison? That's why there was going to be a void.
Right.
Oh, my God. Who was going to prison that was going to leave a void in the outfit? Was
Joey
it
Lombardo?
No, they were talking Joey or Tony was going to be in charge, was going to become, because somebody was leaving. Who was leaving? Was it Cerrone? Was it Iupa?
If you listen to it again, you forgot what you listened to.
No, I'm asking. I'm just wondering let's just listen to it. Here we go.
Okay.
Abbott and Costello, welcome, folks.
Okay.
Oh, yeah. Think so? That's a big problem. Yeah, the fight over stuff. Well, no fight. Normally there's a normal discussion. But I know that all the young ones that are here, they're here. Yesterday, they're here. What do you got for what? Yeah, very small now. The doctors must take it very. I'm quoting them now. I think with the Joey. Well, they won't be affected. They'll be affected only if their guy is not the guy that's pushed up. The exasperating part about it is that I pleaded 2 years ago to come back home. Because he would have been the heir apparent. It's too late now. And Joey is very, very good about it. He and Joey would make some promises that are not just but I could detect from my conversation with him that he is unhappy. He's unhappy because of the guy doing it. He's probably unhappy given more authority, that he assumed that he was going to be able that are currently taking place. Because Joey, I think that's a father in Tommy, but I like when things are happening. The radio communication. The regular line of the sound.
Okay, so Red, who had first off the guy he asked, does he have cancer? He said no, he had a heart attack.
Yeah, well, that's Tony.
Talking about Tony. Okay.
They're talking about Tony.
When Dorfman said I asked him to come back to Chicago because he's the parent heir, right?
Right.
That's Tony, right? That he's talking
Right.
about.
That's correct.
Okay. And then he says that Joey's upset because he's not getting the power that he assumed he was going to get.
Right. In other words, he's not going to be Tony had more power over him, and he feels slighted. He feels very slighted that he hasn't been given the control or the authority to do what he wants to do. And that's so far, that's what you get. But Schwartz was talking business with Alan Dorfman, and they knew there was going to be an upset. They just didn't know what it was.
Okay, so a couple of quick questions. Catherine Guerrero, would Joey kill Tony if they were friends? Why would Joey kill Tony if they were friends?
Never. Would never happen. They were close. And Joey had a good business sense. It was smart business.
I wish that we knew a date from this wiretap. Joey,
we do. It was way before Tony was killed. It was
talking about
He wasn't indicted yet on Pendorf.
Hey, so somebody just commented here. They were talking about Joey Aiuppa. He is the one who had a heart attack. So when they're talking in the beginning, he has cancer. No, he had a heart attack, but he's under doctor's supervision. He's at home. So they're talking about Joey Aiuppa, not Tony.
Okay. Tony had a heart attack about the same time.
Well, didn't Tony have like a triple bypass or quadruple bypass?
He had a quad.
He had a quad. And that was shortly before he was killed. I think Frank said it was only a few years before he was killed.
He had 2 different heart attacks.
Did he?
Yeah, he was doing that nose candy,
Oh, okay.
He was hospitalized a couple times.
Joey Aiuppa ordered Tony's death. Sam Carlisi carried it out.
Well, what about DeFranzio? DeFranzio was in charge. Actually, no, it was Ferriola. At that time, it was Ferriola.
Such a confusing, damned history, isn't it?
Everything was in array. We kind of talked about this on our last show. Everything was just an array. It was, things were being said to try and make for the future, make good plans for the future. And it wasn't happening. Everybody was confused. I mean, the bosses like Aiuppa, Cerrone, and all those guys got convicted on the skim. They were convicted on the skim.
So, okay, it's such an upset, and nobody's supposed to damn know the history. That's the other problem about trying to document it, right? Because they kept it such a secret. What year did this go down? Well, it was before.
I would guess. It's just a guess. I would guess like late 81, early 82.
Okay. T Dizzle.
Right after the skim trial.
T Dizzle said DeFranzio was number 2 in charge. DeFranzio did what Jackie Cerrone and Joey Aiuppa told him to do.
How can they tell somebody what to do from prison? How can they tell somebody what to do from prison? Once you go to prison, you lose all your power, all your say-so. Nobody's going to listen to you on the outside. They're going to take. Everybody's going to move in and take what they want. What are you going to do?
You explained that before when Marshall Caifano, when
Right.
he went away, when he came back, he wanted his
It
regular
happened to him.
back.
He went away to prison. He went away to prison from Las Vegas. And when he got out, he thought, oh, I got it made. I got Sam Giancana in Chicago. He went back to Chicago. And guess what? He had no power at all. All his territories were taken away from him. Everything that he had, somebody else moved in and started operating what he was doing.
Okay. DeFranzio was Jackie Cerrone's man. Again, you're gonna do.
Jackie, Tony was Jackie Cerrone's man.
We could go round and round with this. Michael Graham, Adam, please ask Red my question again. Was it true that Joey Aiuppa loved Tony Spilotro, but Tony Lombardo didn't care for Spilotro? You mean Joey Lombardo?
No, they were tight. They used to steal together. They were burglars together. They came up together. They got made at the same time. They both got made at the same time.
Right. Trace, not even the mob historians know. And that's true.
Nobody knows for sure, but this tape helps us. It helps us understand it.
It helps understand a little bit more of the inner workings and how. So
I believe it does.
You want to listen to the next part of this tape? This is the next 2 minutes. Okay. So and I'm sorry, I'm just looking at comments and I don't see. Okay. All right, let's listen to this next part. And here we go.
No, that's only as the difference. But when a particular one is selected, it was the extent of all of the area. I mean, I don't want it. I mean, there we go. You take indications are right up to this one. The obvious one would have been the guy who died. That would have been the obvious one that would have taken over. And so he's dead. The only other two that I could see on the horizon would be the guy from the south side or Jackson. Neither would have the ability to. And neither one. Jackson. No, Jackie has a lot of limitations. Make too many judgments that are not in everybody's best interest. This guy is history right. This is a guy who'll listen, evaluate, and re-listen, evaluate. And sometimes, as much as most people might as well give you an answer. I mean, let's say it's an absolute hurtful. But he's very, very calculated in his thinking. Which Jackie is not. The last 6-7 months, maybe, the contrary. Really? Yeah. I'm really not that impressive. And the other guy outside, I think, was a lot more. Yeah. He's a real the Greek obviously will never get it, but Greek. So, the most logical guy was that. Because without a doubt,
Okay, so
when he said the Greek will never get it, he was talking about Gussie Alex.
Gus Alex. Okay. let's for those of you that
they weren't too happy with Cerrone. Cerrone may take 5-6 months to make a decision, where the other guy, they don't mention a name, but they say the other guy would say he'd make a decision.
right.
And Joey was not in line to do that because he was going away.
Okay, according to Joe Collada, hi Joe, hope that you're having a good day today, buddy. According to Joe Collada, Tony and Jack Cerrone didn't care for one another.
Well, according to other things, Cerrone really did take him under his wing, Tony. I mean,
he might take him under his wing, but he
He
may
was
not.
like his sponsor. He was like his sponsor.
Maybe they didn't care for each other, though. I don't know. I mean, they all work together, right? I mean,
Sometimes.
I guess so. Fun fact, Jackie Cerrone used to work for Joey Aiuppa as a blackjack dealer at one of his illegal casinos.
And Cicero
in the 40s. Interesting. Didn't know that.
That was the town hotel.
So let's break this down from the beginning, okay, and go through this. So Dorfman starts. I'll tell you something. My department, we got some other serious problems. The guy here is very sick. Schwartz says, "Oh yeah, who takes over?" Dorfman, "That's the big problem." Schwartz, "You mean there's a fight among themselves?"
Yes.
Dorfman said, "Well, there's no fight as of now. Normally there's a normal new president, but I know that all the young
president, he needs a successor to go into that position.
Right, boss, right?
Right.
Okay, right here yesterday, the day before, who do they got from the West?" Schwartz said, "What's he got, cancer?" Dorfman says he had a heart attack. Schwartz, a heart attack?
From the West. That would mean Tony.
No, I'm not reading it that way.
Okay, how are you reading it? The guy from out West was always referred to as Tony.
Okay. Dorfman said there's no fights as of now. Normally there's a normal new president, but I know that all the young ones are here, meaning Vegas, right?
Right.
All the young ones are here. Yesterday, the day before, who do they got from the West? And Schwartz said, "What's he got, cancer?" They're talking about Tony. They're talking about Aiuppa.
Well, they weren't really sure. I mean, they were both confused. He said, "What's he got, cancer?" He said, "No, he's got a heart problem. He's got to stay at home with the doctor. He's under doctor's care."
Heart attack. Yeah, Dorfman said he's home now. He's under the doctor's supervision. He must take it easy. And he says, and I'm quoting them now, "I haven't seen I'm." Schwartz says, with a Joey, could this guy be affected? Now they're talking about Joey.
Lombardo.
Okay.
Joey Lombardo.
Dorfman said, "Well, they won't be affected." Schwartz said, "How are they related?" Dorfman said, "If their guy is not the guy that's pushed up, you see, the exasperating part about it is that I pleaded 2 years ago, as you well know, to come back home because he would have been their heir apparent."
Right.
Right. So he's talking. Dorfman was pleading for Tony to come back to Chicago.
Yes.
So Schwartz said, "Well, it's too late. It's too late." Dorfman said, and I think Joey is upset about it. Very upset about it because he was Joey.
He was promised a lot of things. He didn't get them.
Promises that are not. I'm not getting. I'm really shouldn't get into that, but I detect from my conversation with him that, and Schwartz cut him off. He's not happy. Dorfman, he is unhappy. He's unhappy because of the guy's illness. He's probably unhappy, in fact, that he hasn't been given more authority, that he assumed he was going to be having that are currently taking place. Because Joey, I said to him, "What's bothering you?" And he said, "Well, Alan, I don't like the way that things are happening." All right. So we're ready in case you can't understand it. And then Schwartz said, "Yeah, there's a regular line of ascendancy, isn't there?" He's asking who's the next in line to go up, right?
Right.
Okay. So far, it makes sense. And in Las Vegas is
he also mentions a lot of guys don't want to take that position. There's a lot of guys that just don't want it. They don't want to get into the headache.
Is John McShane, is Joey upset because they know that they were going to kill Tony?
No.
That's not why he's upset.
No.
Okay.
But Joey and Tony were like that. They were close.
Okay. So let's continue on. Hi, everybody that's coming into the room. It's nice to see all of you today. So we're just reading through this wiretap. Here we go. So Dorfman, back at it. No. So he's asking, is there a regular line of ascendancy? Dorfman said no. That's only at the districts that there is. But when a particular one is selected, it's with the consent of the areas,
Yeah.
What the hell does that mean?
That means that all the other people support him. All the other people support him. And Joey was not getting the support because he's going away to prison.
Okay. And then Schwartz says, yeah. And Dorfman cuts him off. And a lot of guys don't want it. I mean,
right.
Schwartz says, well, yeah, they're under the gun. Meaning it's their asses on the line at that point.
Ferriola didn't want it.
Right. So Dorfman said, a lot of guys don't want it. Schwartz said, yeah, they're under the gun. Dorfman, you take how indications are right now, because the obvious one would have been the guy who died, Turk. Turk would have been the obvious one.
Tortorella would have been the line of succession
that would have taken over.
Yeah.
And so
he was dead.
He's dead. The only other two I could see on the horizon that would be the guy from the south side or Jackie. All right. Now, who's the guy from the south side?
Carlisi. Wings
Carlisi.
That would have been Carlisi, or it would have been Jackie Cerrone. But Jackie Cerrone's going to prison too.
I'm just looking up a date.
I already did last night.
Yeah. What date did Turk Torrillo die?
That I didn't look up. I think he had a heart attack, though.
James Torrillo. He died in 79. So this wiretap has to be, you're right. It's got to be
before.
Before. It's got to be after that. Thanks, Joey Ayupa, 79. Appreciate you throwing it up there for me.
See, now, Joey wasn't indicted yet.
Right.
So he felt he should have been the heir apparent instead of Tony.
Okay. So he said Turk would have been the one, would be the guy from the south side or Jackie. Neither which have the authority to do so. Neither one is what Dorfman said. Schwartz?
He didn't have the blessing of Ricardo.
Schwartz said Jackie would. Dorfman said no. Jackie has a lot of limitations. He's too hot-headed. I remember hearing that, too, that he was a hot-headed guy, right? Okay,
the guy that threw the golf clubs. He threw his golf clubs a couple times.
Oh, geez. Schwartz said, oh, yeah. Dorfman said, and too unconfined to make too many judgments that are not in everybody's best interest, where this guy is just reversed. Here's a guy, he'll listen, and evaluates and re-listens and evaluates. And sometimes, as much as a month or two go by before he'll give you an answer. I mean, until somebody is
Cerrone. He's talking about Cerrone.
Yeah, right. I think so, right?
Yeah.
I mean,
he was wishy-washy. Let me think about it. I'll get back to you.
He said, unless it's absolute urgency. Well, he's, very, very calculated in his thinking. No. He's not talking about Jackie. No, he's not talking. He's talking about the guy on the south side, whoever the guy on the south side is.
That's got to be.
He said he's very calculated in his thinking, which Jackie is not. And the last 6-7 months and maybe 50 times already. Schwartz said,
If I'm not mistaken, Carlisi was Giancana's man.
oh, hold on. Or is he talking about Al Pilato? Joey Aiupa says it's Al Pilato.
It could be.
It could be, right?
Yeah.
I mean, guys, we're just reading the tap. I don't know.
It could be.
These
but
are
whoever it is, they ruled out the South Side.
So wait, we get another nickname. We get another nickname coming up. Maybe this will throw us a clue. Maybe one of you guys out there listening knows. Dorfman. And I'm really not that impressed with, and Schwartz cuts him off. Presser.
Jackie Presser.
Cerrone?
No. Presser. The Union. Jackie Presser being president of the Union. He wanted Roy Williams to be president of the Union.
Okay. I'm really not that impressed with, he gets cut off by Schwartz with Presser. Dorfman said, the other guy out south, I think there will be an open war. He's a real, Schwartz says, shoot him up. Dorfman, Schwartz says, act mean, act tough. Dorfman, and the Greek obviously will never get it, because he's Greek. So the most logical guy was the little guy, meaning Tony.
Yeah.
So Dorfman's saying the most logical guy was the little guy.
He got along very well with him. But he also got along with Joey.
Thank you, Michael Graham. Jackie Presser was a union boss. Thank you, Street Stories. Got it. This makes more sense. Jackie Presser was a union president from Cleveland. Thanks, Saints for Life.
But Roy Williams took over.
I don't know what we would do without you guys. I know what we would do. We would sit here and talk about this by ourselves, Brett.
Yeah.
Without you guys. So
we'd be sitting on a telephone talking about it.
Thanks for tuning in. Because seriously, it's hard to understand this. And you go, who is this guy? And because they're talking in euphemisms.
Well, they do, and they want to install a new president that would get along with everybody else. Dorfman would get along with him. Everybody would get along with him. But Joey didn't have the say-so at that time.
Right. Joe Collada. No one wants to be boss because they always go to jail.
At that time, they were putting the bosses behind bars. Before that, it was the smaller guys. But, the street guys, whatever, the guys that were out there. But later on, they started picking off the hierarchy. And that's when everything happened. It got crazy. Through the late 70s, 78, 79. And Joey was in trouble then, too, because he knew that it was coming.
Exactly. It's hard because you're 40 plus years out in the future.
Right.
Alan hated Jackie Presser, TC says. Rico changed everything. It did. Guys, that was the beginning of the end. 1970. Rico.
1972, when they passed the Rico statute.
Was that when it was the year it passed, 72?
Yes. They passed Congress in 1972.
Michael Graham, wonder if Dorfman ever felt that he might be killed. I think Dorfman thought
I think he was totally relaxed. He was with the Grand Avenue crew. He was with Joey. And when he got locked up, then he might have worried about it a little bit. But Irv Weiner came and slapped him on the back, said, don't worry about it. Everything's going to be okay. I talked to that guy. He's in jail right now.
Right.
When Joey was in jail, he couldn't make bond. The reason he couldn't make bond through American Bonding or Irv Weiner, he didn't show enough income on his income tax. Alan had he was with Amalgamated Banks and everything, and he had millions of dollars. He's a multimillionaire. So getting his bond up was nothing. He got released.
Gotcha. Wow. So, Red, this is it's been an interesting topic, Interesting subject. I think we may even take the transcript of the of this wiretap and put it in the description after the video. You'll have to wait, give me a minute to do that, guys. But I'll get that done and put it in there for you if you guys want to read through it too. So, Adam, please ask. Okay, Joey D. I asked Red if he remembers 1975 Frank and Marlene getting killed at the Cordon Bleu Lounge in Lincoln Avenue.
No, I do not, Joey. I'm sorry. I don't know.
No Marlene getting assassinated on Lincoln Avenue in 75. I've never heard the name. That's why I didn't ask.
No,
so.
I'm not familiar with it either.
Gino Blackie Martin. Don't know that name. But I do know this name. Bill Stacks. What's happening, man?
Thanks for stopping in, Bill.
Yeah, Bill. It's always good to see you, man. 100% back to you, buddy. 100%, man. Thanks so much. It's always good to see you stop in, and I hope you got my email. Well, you did. You replied to me.
I just watched one of his shows, and it was kind of interesting.
Yeah, no, totally is. So, guys, we're going to spin the wheel. We have a trivia question for you from last week's show. And it's funny. I know it's a good one. It's a damn good one. Red's like, no. I'm like, no, they had to have watched the show to get this answer. This isn't going to be a how many guys were here and you guys get the guess numbers or anything like that. You really have to watch the show to get this. So, with that said, the Vegas Mob Tour is going, guys. It is back up and rolling. If you're out in Vegas, you got to do it. Yeah. Join us for the Vegas Mob Tour. Experience Sin City's dark past. Learn how Bugsy Siegel built the Flamingo. Find out who killed him and why. Hear who Jimmy Hoffa supplied money to back in the 50s. Visit the actual home used in the 1995 blockbuster movie Casino. And other filming locations as well. See the real jewelry store where Frank Collada and his crew were busted. Sit in the exact spot where Frank Lefty Rosenthal's car was bombed back in '82. View never-before-seen footage of Frank Collada telling personal stories about Tony Spilotro, Joey the Clown Lombardo, and the Hole-in-the-Wall gang.
This house here used to be Tony's house. It's almost like a peach color. It was brown then. The only thing changed is the driveway.
Here's an offer you can't refuse. Upgrade to the Untouchables experience. Following the tour, you'll enjoy a 3-course dinner at Tuscany Gardens. And then VIP seating for the long-running hit, The Rat Pack is Back show. Experience Vegas the way it was meant to be. Scott H., let me tell you something. What version of the Mob Tour are we at? 3.0? I think we're at version, probably from the very beginning, we have to be at version 10.0.
I was going to say 9.0.
Yeah, I mean, it's been revised so many times and been updated. But
it's a great show. And what people don't really see, your viewers can't see this, Adam. What they don't see is when you get on that tour bus, there's a screen, a flat screen TV on there. And there's videos of Frank talking about different things. And videos from, what do you call it, the newscasters and everybody, the news that came out during that era. So there's a lot of activity there that's not just out of Adam's mind. It's entertaining and it's great. A lot of questions get answered that I didn't know anything about.
I had a few groups the other day, and they're walking off the tour, and they're like, "We connected somehow. This was the best thing we've done." And listen to these guys. Hey guys, we just got done with the Vegas Mob Tour, and we got people from all over the place coming on the tour. What did you guys think of the Vegas Mob Tour?
It was good.
Awesome. Thanks, guys. Be sure to prescribe. Fun people. Really fun people, man. So, ready for the trivia question, everybody?
I don't see anybody coming back and saying, I didn't like it at all.
No, that doesn't happen.
No.
All right, here comes the trivia question. This is the question for trivia today. Okay?
Okay.
Here it is. This is the question. First person who gets it gets to call in, spin the wheel. The question is, last week's show, Somebody left and red completely missed it. Who left? And let's see. Who left? Red missed. Send lawyers, guns, and money. They're coming in. Adam. Robert. No. No, Adam didn't leave and red missed it. Somebody left and red missed it. Completely.
Adam said so-and-so, and
no. Lefty left. No, that's not right either. Wow, I can't believe it. Nobody's gotten this. I have no idea.
I'm going to give him a hint.
No hints. No hints. Somebody's going to get this. I know somebody's going to get this. Duchess left. No. Keith Helton. Rick Charlton, Scott H. You think alike. Elvis? No. Dave Malitzka? No. Somebody left.
I told you this was
I said it. I said this guy just left, and Red just sat there. Just a cigarette hanging out of his mouth. I don't believe this. Nobody's getting this yet. I mean, I'll give them a hint if they need a little hint. But
it's in the movie.
Red? Nope. Boombots? No. Who's on first? Judge Creta? No. Doctor? No. Boombots? Gary Jenkins? No. Guys, I literally sat there and I said, this guy left. And Red just sat there and went, huh? And I went, eh. And then he went, oh, so-and-so's in the Red. Completely changed the subject. Dorfman, no. Last week I said somebody left. Somebody put it in a comment. Hey, guys, you literally put this in the comments at the beginning of this episode, the answer. So somebody, oh my God, finally, Scott H.
Scott H got it.
Left. Scott, call on in, man. Carl Schellenzig, outfit ball. Yeah, you guys get this. But Scott H is the first. Call in, Scott H. Let's have you on. We're going to spin the wheel of a deal. Oh, wait. Whoa. Hold on. Sorry. Wait. Scott H. Street Stories. Street Stories came in at 246 with Carmine. I just got to make sure that we got this right. I don't want to give the wrong person.
He said twice.
He did. He sure did right there. Carmine at 246.
Anthony.
Yep. Anthony, you're calling in. It's
Anthony
not
DiMartini.
Anthony DiMartini. Call on in, Anthony. I don't know if Anthony gets to spin the wheel. What the hell are we going to give him? That he's got your book. Well, let's see.
Look, if he spins on something he doesn't want, give him a second spin.
All right. So we got ourselves a winner. It is Street Stories. Street Stories should be calling in. Call on in. Let's hear we got a winner. And this is Street Stories. For those of you that may not have watched all the shows, we have had Anthony on as a guest.
Good guest.
Oh, great. You guys enjoyed the hell out of him. I can't wait to have him on the phone now because he's a wealth of knowledge. And in the comments, Anthony's always coming up with answers to questions that we have. And need the number. So here it is in the comments. So there you go, Anthony. And I don't need to verify you. I know what you sound like. So there's the number in the comments.
I know his phone number.
702
I know his voice.
9015. Living Good Inca. Hey, Living Good Inca. Have him back as a guest. Hey, I got your letter, Living Good Inca, and thank you very much. You know, I love getting handwritten letters from people. And Living Good Inca won the USB gun actually, and she auctioned it off. And I asked her if I could send her a photo, and I did, and I gave her a little surprise with the photo, and she's very grateful of that. So
you copped her.
Yeah, you guys are. Thank you very much. That was really nice of you. So, Anthony, where are you? Call in, Anthony. You got the number there, and give us a ring. We're going to be going over to Red. Red, what's the topic on your show today? What's the matter, Red? Did you forget?
My topic is about Frank Schweiss.
That's correct. Frank Schweiss.
Yes.
Were you worried about him?
Was I concerned about Frank Schweiss?
Robert, did you send her an extra pic there, Adam? LOL. Robert, I know where you're going with that. And no, didn't send her an extra pic. Here we go. All right, make sure it's
great balls of fire. For all you folks that are going to stop in on my channel, I'll be going on at 5:10 Chicago time. And you're welcome. Welcome to join us.
Hey, Red, we got Anthony on the phone.
Hi, Anthony.
Hello, Red. How are you?
Pretty good.
How you doing today, Anthony?
I just got off of work. I missed the first part of your show. I'm sorry. I had to finish something up.
Oh, don't be sorry. It's okay. I sometimes miss the first part of our show.
Hey, you're like me.
That can be rugged, man. That can really be rugged when he misses the first part.
Here we go, guys.
What?
Are you ready?
Right.
You ready to spin
I'm
the
ready.
wheel? All right, here we go. And it's off. And Anthony, it looks like you're going to win
A barrel.
a barrel ride. A picture of Red and Adam.
Oh, I like that, but
You got another?
I've been wanting that for a while.
Have you?
Have you really? Okay.
Oh, we get to send you one. He's got a whole collection on his wall.
It's
Red.
autographed. You're a collector anyway.
Yeah. That's
Well, I'm
awesome.
dead and buried, Anthony. You can hang it on the wall and say, I know him when.
I'll have the most important one. I'll put it right next to Dean Martin.
All right. We're going to go
Thank
next
you,
to
buddy.
Dean Martin. That's pretty cool. Anthony, you're awesome, man. Thanks for tuning in and thanks for being on the show and thanks for coming on. We got to have you on as a guest, man. Let us know. We got to work a schedule out whenever you have some time on a Wednesday to have you on again. Yeah.
Yeah, whenever you want. If you want to risk your channel like that, go ahead.
So uplifting.
How about next week?
I'm surprised they didn't take your channel down after the first one.
How about next week, Anthony?
What are you doing next week, Anthony?
Well, if I'm still alive, we could do it next week.
All right, we're gonna have
Okay.
Anthony on next week. Yeah, let's make that a plan. Sound good?
We're going to start at 4,
Yeah,
We start at 4 Central Time,
which is 5 your time.
Yeah,
cool.
we'll
Perfect.
figure out
Yeah,
what we'll talk about.
All right, yeah, cool.
Okay.
Thank you again, everyone. And hello, everybody. I'm sorry I'm not typing today. I got paint all over my hands and my phone won't work right.
Well, hey, everybody's saying hello to you. And Trace said, oh, yes, have Anthony on again. So, yeah, we definitely have to do that.
Thank you.
Awesome.
Thank you.
All right.
Thank you very much.
Have a
That's
great
by
day.
popular demand.
You too.
All right.
Bye-bye.
Bye-bye.
Okay.
All right. So, get to send
That's the winner.
Anthony a picture. And Joey Iupa approves Anthony next week. No ham sandwiches getting whacked. So,
He went to peanut butter and jelly anyway.
Fred, it's been a blast. I'll see you on your show in a little bit. And everybody else, thanks so much for tuning in today and hanging out with us. It's been fun. And I hope that you guys enjoyed the wiretap. And by the way, we'll put a link in the description as well to Gary Jenkins' video about the same wiretap and what their discussion is on it if you guys want to go further into it and check it out some more out about it. Sound good?
Sounds good to me.
All right, Red. I'll see you later. Have a great day. All right, awesome. And all of you guys out there, it's been fun. It's been a blast. And thanks for watching my vlog.